The invention of gun. Introduction. Few inventions in human history have had as profound and devastating an impact as the gun. It reshaped battlefields, toppled empires, and forever altered the balance of power. But where did this formidable weapon come from? It wasn't a single invention, but a long, often accidental evolution. Welcome to History and Inventions, where we explore the innovations that shaped our world. Today, we're tracing the fiery path of the invention of the gun, from its surprising origins in ancient Chinese alchemy to its terrifying dominance on the modern battlefield. Chapter 1. The Accidental Discovery. Gunpowder in China, 9th century CE. Our story begins not with a weapon, but with alchemists in 9th century CE China. These Taoist monks were searching not for destruction, but for an elixir of immortality. In their quest, they accidentally mixed potassium nitrate, saltpeter, sulfur, and charcoal. What they discovered was huayao, or fire chemical, what we now call gunpowder. Initially, it was used for fireworks and incendiary devices, like fire arrows. But its explosive potential was quickly recognized. By the 10th century, Chinese military texts describe early gunpowder formulas and its use as a powerful incendiary. Chapter 2. The fire lance and early cannons, prototypes of destruction, 10th to 13th centuries. The first true application of gunpowder as a propulsive force came with the fire lance in the 10th century. This was essentially a bamboo or metal tube filled with gunpowder and attached to a spear, acting as a primitive flamethrower. Sometimes, shrapnel or pellets were added, making it a rudimentary shotgun. The Tang Dynasty, 9601-279 CE, rapidly developed more sophisticated gunpowder weapons, including thunderclap bombs, iron bombs filled with gunpowder launched by catapults, fire dragon rockets, guided projectiles for siege warfare. The crucial leap towards the gun came in the 13th century with the development of the hand cannon. The oldest surviving example, the Heilongjiang hand cannon, dates to 1288 CE and was found in China. These were simple bronze or iron tubes, closed at one end, designed to expel a projectile when ignited. This marked the birth of the barrel and projectile system that defines the gun. Chapter 3. The spread west. Gunpowder arrives in Europe, 13th to 14th centuries. Gunpowder technology spread from China across Eurasia, likely via the Silk Road and the Mongol invasions of the 13th century. By the 14th century, evidence of gunpowder and cannons appeared in Europe. The earliest known depiction of a European cannon dates to 1326 CE. The first recorded military use of gunpowder weapons in Europe was in 1331 at Cividale del Friuli. By the Hundred Years' War, 1337 to 1453, cannons like the bombard were becoming increasingly common, used to breach castle walls that had previously been almost impregnable. The Siege of Calais, 1346, saw significant use of English cannons. Early European guns were crude and unreliable, often more dangerous to their operators than the enemy. However, their destructive power and the relatively low skill required to operate them compared to a master archer or knight ensured their rapid adoption. Chapter 4. From hand cannon to musket. The evolution of personal firearms, 15th to 17th centuries. The 15th and 16th centuries saw rapid advancements in firearm design. Hand cannons evolved into more manageable, shoulder-fired weapons. The matchlock, late 15th century, this was the first internal firing mechanism. A burning slow match, cord, held in a clamp was brought down by a trigger mechanism to ignite the powder in a flash pan. This freed up a soldier's second hand for aiming. The arquebus, an early long gun, gained prominence. The wheel lock, early 16th century, a more sophisticated mechanism that used a spring-loaded, rotating steel wheel to generate sparks, making it more reliable and usable in wet weather. However, it was expensive. The flintlock, early 17th century, this became the dominant ignition system for the next 2 centuries. A flint struck a steel plate, frisson, generating sparks that ignited the powder. Flintlocks were reliable, relatively inexpensive, and durable, making the musket the standard infantry weapon across Europe. These innovations made firearms increasingly practical, shifting the focus of warfare from close-quarters combat to ranged firepower. Chapter 5. The gun's profound impact. A revolution in warfare and society. The invention and evolution of the gun triggered a monumental revolution. End of feudalism and rise of professional armies. Cannons rendered castles obsolete, weakening the power of the nobility. Muskets made highly trained knights less effective against disciplined infantry formations, leading to larger, state-funded professional armies composed of commoners. Changed battle tactics. Warfare shifted from skirmishes and sieges to massed volleys, fortifications, and eventually trench warfare. Exploration and colonization. Firearms gave European powers a decisive advantage in their global exploration and colonial expansion. Industrial Revolution. The demand for more and better firearms spurred advancements in metallurgy, manufacturing, and mass production, influencing later industrial development. Societal transformation. The gun became a tool of both state power and individual defense, shaping laws, cultures, and political systems worldwide. From accidental alchemy to devastating modern weaponry, the gun's journey is a testament to human ingenuity and its complex, often tragic, consequences. Conclusion. The invention of the gun is not a single moment but a continuous saga of discovery, adaptation, and profound impact. From the unassuming alchemists of ancient China to the battlefields where its power decided the fate of nations, the gun has irreversibly changed human history. It gave humanity a new way to project force, sparking an arms race that continues to this day, and forcing us to constantly reckon with its pervasive presence in our world. What do you think is the most significant consequence of the invention of the gun? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this powerful journey through history resonated with you, be sure to like this video, subscribe to History and Inventions at History Inventions, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next compelling story.